Hello guys, welcome back to another video brought to you by Erotic Walrus. So today we're going to be looking at the new character Diona. Now first let's go through all her skills. So for the normal attack, she fires off 5 consecutive shots with the bow, and charge attack is an aim shot, and it deals cryo damage, which is what her element is. Now let's go into her E, which is I think what most people are going to be spamming out on cooldown. So Diona has two ways to use her E. The first way is to just press E, which fires up 2 icy paws, and if you hold the E, then she dashes back quickly and fires 5 icy paws. So this second one also generates a shield that has 75% damage absorption bonus. Now her icy paw also synergizes with this passive talent, which characters shielded by icy paws have their movement speed increased by 10% and their stamina consumption decreased by 10%. So now this has great synergy with characters that needs to move around a lot and relies on their charge attack, which also consumes stamina. So for characters like Klee, for characters like Kaching, both those characters can heavily utilize the stamina. Both of these characters can benefit from the decreased stamina consumption and also increased movement speed. Now let's get into her ultimate move. So what this basically does is she throws out a little container and then it explodes, dealing a huge area of effect cryo damage, and the characters inside it kind of heal. So this is essentially what Jean's ultimate is like. So you kind of have this huge area with your elemental effect within it, and it also heals people over time as they stand in it. Now we move into her second talent, which is Drunkard's Farce, and what it really just does is it decreases the attack of all the enemies who are in her ultimate range by 10% or 15 seconds. So all in all, she is a great utility support healer who is also cryo, which I would argue is one of the best element in the game currently for supporting, because it not only offers CC but also great elemental interactions with the other elements. So since we are on the trial character, I'll go over the artifact set that I think she should benefit from in a separate part of the video. But let's quickly go over her constellations. Constellation 1, regenerate 15 energy for Diona after the effect of signature mix, which is her ultimate. Now for 2, increase icy pulse damage by 15% and increases its shield damage absorption by 15%. Additionally, when pawns hit their targets, create a shield for other nearby characters on the field with 50% of the paw's shield damage absorption for 5 seconds. So this is very interesting. So this is designed for co-op, I would imagine, right? Because Diona would be a character that's very desirable as a support unit you can bring into co-op play. So this is an amazing constellation. So 3, of course, is just her ultimate. Now go to 4. Within the radius of signature print, Diona's charge time for aim shots is reduced by 60%. Now, I'm a little with this one because, to be honest, as an archer and a support, when she uses her skills, she is pretty much done her job, right? She uses her skills, she tags out, because a lot of her skills apply buffs or debuffs for the enemies for a windowed period. So that's when you really want to be fully utilizing your other characters, your damage dealers, or your elemental interaction units. For example, let's say Mona to apply wet after cryo, then you can freeze the enemy. You really don't want to be lingering in with Diona after she already used all her utility. So this one is kind of like an okay quality of life, but definitely not amazing. This one, it just increases her icy pulse by 3 levels, same as the third one, which increased her ult by 3 levels. So 3 and 5 are always the constellations that increases your skill level, so we're not going to go over that too much. Now her 6th constellation is amazing. I'll read it out for you guys. Characters within signature mix radius will gain the following effect based on their HP amounts. So signature mix is her ultimate, increases incoming healing bonus by 30% when HP falls below or is equal to 50%. Elemental mastery increased by 200 when HP is above 50%. So this is an amazing constellation to have for her, because it just takes everything that she does and makes it even better. So for those Giga Whales who are going to be summoning on Childe's banner, yes, I would say that Constellation 6 Diona is a godsend for anybody who don't have Chi-Chi, and even those people who do have Chi-Chi. If you can get Diona all the way to Constellation 6, or maybe I would say Constellation 2, there are in situations I think she brings more to the table than even Chi-Chi. So of course we have our cat girl, and I gotta say she is adorable, especially when she shoots her arrows. If you see her, like her the way she moves, very cute, very characteristic, and just overall amazing. Love the design. So now let's just do a quick demonstration of how she plays. So you kind of just go around. Okay, that's how she shoots. Wow. Gotta dodge that. Now let's switch out to Lisa. As you can see, I have the shield on me. It's not doing much right now because I'm just dodging everything, man. Okay. Now let's do it again. Applies the melt effect, which does double damage. So I'm gonna save my ult for the next wave of characters. Got some overload in there. Alright, now let's try test her ult. And boom, there we go. Get in here, have that effect. Use Kaya's ult as well, and let's go also use Lisa's ult, which gives me super conduct, which really won't be that helpful here because we're not really doing physical damage, but it's just a demonstration to show what she does. Let's go back to her and finish the fight. And, boom, 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 and you can see her ultimate is almost ready again. I'm just gonna take some damage with the shield here. Oh, I'm gonna take some damage with the shield here and see how effective it is. So bam, bam, switch out and take some damage. As you can see, the attack phased right through me. I didn't take damage, so the shield blocked it for me. It's going to hurt. Now, of course, let's use the ultimate again. Conduct overload. Interesting. It seems like it prioritizes the elemental reaction with the boss over the elemental reaction on the field. Let's use her cap paw again. She also does amazing damage too if you just want to keep her on the field and attack with her. Of course, her priority is going to be supporting the team, but as you can see, she does perfectly fine doing damage as well. And we completed the trial. So let's go onwards with her artifact sets. Now, of course, being a healer, I think Diona can of course benefit from the Maiden Beloved set. It's no brainer, it just buffs your healing even more. However, I think if you feel like you are over healing in most of the cases and you feel like either you outscale the content or you are just getting unnecessary amounts of healing, I think an alternative could be Noblesse Oblige. It gives you elemental burst damage for 20%, and using an elemental burst increases all party members' attack by 20% for 12 seconds. This effect cannot stack. So this coupled with decreasing the opponent's attack by 10% while buffing your team's attack by 20%, and also it gives her ultimate more damage. This will just give her more firepower while giving her utility as well. So now for a more niche build for people who really just want to bring out the best in their carries, I present you Retracing Bolide. So now what this does is it increases shield strength by 35%. So you know that her Icy Paws can generate a shield for her allies. Now that could be buffed by 35%. Now the 4-piece set, while protected by a shield, gain an additional 40% normal and charged attack damage. This set can really beef up someone like Keqing, who heavily utilizes her charge attack throughout her combat sequence. And maybe someone like Diluc, who you take your giant claymore and just swing, and that's gonna have a 40% additional bonus to it. So I think this is definitely something that could be used, albeit in a more niche setting, but definitely something that shouldn't be overlooked. Now, for all her artifacts, you want to be stacking the same stat as Barbara, which is HP, because her Icy Paws shield scales off of HP. Her ultimate healing over time also scales off of HP. So really want to be looking for that HP percentage. So finally, now we move on to the team building aspect. For Diona, I think she can work really well with almost any character in the game. Now just think, if you have Chi-Chi, anyone Chi-Chi can work with, she can work with. Of course, a few of the better options I would say would be, of course, Childe. Not just because he is on her banner, but just simply because of the way her AoE works with Childe's interaction, and you're going to be able to get that constant elemental reaction of freeze. And of course, as I mentioned before, someone like Keqing, someone like Klee, someone like Diluc, Venti, Xiangling, Fischl are all top tier options. The main reason being that these have great elemental interactions with Cryo. So we have Superconduct with Electro, and we have Melt with Pyro. So any of these characters can benefit greatly from having Diona on their team, and of course that shield is going to be really beneficial to clearing harder content, especially if you don't have strong units that outscale the current content. So a couple team build I would say is if you have someone like Fischl as your main carry, Xiangling, you can throw in Diona and you can top it up with, as usual, I would always recommend Sucrose, or if you have a Venti, you can use Venti. If not, then Xiangling, Fischl, Diona, you can throw in Bennett to get that Pyro Resonance and give your entire team a 25% buff. Now, a more paid away, or if you got lucky on your reroll, would be someone like Keqing. I would say works really well with Diona, and pair that with the Venti and Xiangling, then you would have great synergy with Melt for Xiangling, and you can pull everybody into Diona's ultimate with Venti and just go to town with Keqing. And depending on what artifacts you build on Diona, your Keqing or the rest of your team can get huge boosts out of it. So overall, I think Diona is a S tier support unit. She is amazing, and if you can get Constellations on her, she'll just go through the roof with supporting your team, and she's a lot of fun, opens a lot of doors. She has 3 different sets of artifacts that you can build to go from either healing your team as your normal healer support to a more damage oriented support that also buffs the team, or you can get a meme build to buff up your main carry's normal and charge attack to the extreme while also bringing a huge shield bonus. So thank you for watching, and I really appreciate for you staying to the end of this video. Now if you check in the description, I have links to my Discord, and I'll have my comment pinned in the comment section for my social media links. If you really enjoyed this content and you want to see more, I have a lot more on my channel, and if you want to see more guides, I have made a guide already for CHILDE if you want to take a look at that. Albeit it may be a little controversial, however I do think it provides valuable information. Also, do leave a comment in the description of what you thought about the video for some feedback, and also the type of content you want to see going forward. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe for future content. I do uploads daily for the channel, and with that, I'm afraid my time here is done. I will catch you all in the next video tomorrow. Peace.